going to show you how I like to make my favorite rainbow frosting. It's actually not as hard as you would think it would be. I'm going to take a pre-made bag where I have the tip inside, but I didn't cut off the edge yet because I don't want it coming all out before I'm ready to decorate. And I'm just going to take different types of food coloring and run it down the edges. And you take a big scoop of vanilla, cream cheese, or white icing. Now that we've put our icing inside our bag, you can see how colorful it looks. But it's going to look even greater when you put it on top of your cupcake. It really adds a little bit of extra something to the cupcake. The tip is the metal piece at the end, and there's different types of tips. You've got more with more jagged edges, you have some that are slanted to give it more of a slanted look. It really all depends what your personal preference is. Now that I've finished decorating the cupcakes, you can see the different types of colors that we have to make it just a little extra special. And there you have it, beautifully decorated cupcakes. I encourage you all to get some inspiration and start baking in those kitchens. Now if you take a photo of the cupcakes that you make, tweet them to me at Miss USA, and I will retweet your creations. Until next time, I'm Alyssa Campanella, and you've been watching Talking Food. First up, we're going to be talking about how to make your own homemade cream cheese frosting. I start out with 1 cup of unsalted butter. And I prefer to do unsalted butter because with all the other ingredients that we'll be putting into this frosting, you don't want it to be too salty or too tangy. I use about 1/3 of a cup of cream cheese, and I'm going to put it in with the butter, and we're going to beat it. We're going to mix it all together. Now we do it slowly. You don't want to do it too crazy because then you're going to get cream cheese and butter all over you. And well, that might be a nice fashion statement. It's not exactly very nice for your clothes. So now that I've got my butter and my cream cheese mixed well together, I am going to take out confectioner's sugar. It's a little bit softer, and you can see it has more of like a floury base to it instead of regular pure cane sugar. Now what I'm going to do is you don't want to pour this in all at once because then it's going to go everywhere. This is what's going to take a gradual process by pouring it in slowly, bit by bit at a time. You're going to beat it. Once you've finished putting in all of your confectioner's sugar, your frosting should look a bit like this, a lot more creamy and a lot thicker than what it was when you first started out. You're going to take about a tablespoon of milk. Now this milk could be reduced fat, whole milk, soy milk, any type of milk that you want. It's just going to help liquefy it a little bit. Let's do about a tablespoon. Now for the final ingredient, I'm going to do one of my favorites, which is vanilla extract. And you use about a tablespoon of vanilla extract. You can actually make your own. You can buy vanilla stalks and put it in a jar of vodka and leave it for about 6 months. And it sounds like a long time, but then you have your own homemade vanilla extract for whenever you want it. And it's very, very delicious. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Homemade cream cheese frosting. Just needs a cupcake now. My mother taught everyone how to incorporate raisins into the oatmeal cookie. At first, nobody wanted to put anything in there, maybe a couple, chocolate chips, but my mother stepped up and she suggested trying to put some raisins in, and she said to keep them watered because then that really helps them when it comes to putting them in the oven so they don't dry up. Then voila, you get hot oatmeal cookies with fresh raisins inside. The most popular cookie that everyone was making wasn't even really a cookie at all. It was the lemon bars. So the kitchen smelled really lemony all of a sudden when everyone started zesting the lemons and baking these lemon bars in the oven.